What does it mean now that Venom symbiote is in the MCU? First, I think we need to look at the bigger picture here, which is the state of Peter Parker's life. He just lost his aunt and technically his friend through the spell, and he will be going through a tough time living alone. His true journey as the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man begins here with a handmade version of his comic book accurate Spider-Man suit. A proxy movie would be required to make his transformation to the black suit Spider-Man meaningful. I do believe he will not be donning the black suit Spider-Man until the end of his next movie. The next Spider-Man would need him to explore his struggle of holding his life together as a young adult in college. Before we begin on how Eddie and the symbiote will play a part in the Spider-Man's journey going forward, you can check out my other videos on the post-credit scene with Doctor Strange here when it's released. Peter Parker would definitely need to seek ways to pay his rent and his studies since Stark Industries would not be able to sponsor him anymore after everyone forgotten Spider-Man's true identity as Peter Parker. He would make his way to work as an intern at the Daily Bugle now that it's a full-blown company. That is where he would likely meet his version of Eddie Brock as a journalist from Daily Bugle's rival company, the Daily Globe. I do believe this version of Eddie Brock would be more fleshed out than what was in Spider-Man 3, and we will get a true version of Eddie in the MCU. Separately, as usual with J. Jonah Jameson's character, he underpays Peter, thus leading him to another job or internship at Oscorp. We could see Peter meet another scientist who he thought would be a mentor figure to him. However, I do believe it will not be Doc Ock or Dr. Connor, as it will be too obvious to him as a villain. It would likely be another scientist deeply affected by Norman Osborn. This character would be none other than Madel Strom. This would however not be his first appearance on the movie screen, as he appeared as a side character in Tobey's Spider-Man movies. In the comic, Dr. Strom was in a near-death incident after a confrontation with Norman Osborn, which forced him to fuse himself with an AI robot to stay alive. Peter would end up fighting against him as Spider-Man to protect Norman Osborn, and eventually destroying parts of Oscorp where the symbiote is kept. By the end of the movie, we will have seen the symbiote escape and bond with Spider-Man. I do trust the creative team of Marvel, and I do believe they will not rush the story of symbiote Spider-Man and Eddie Brock. The MCU will likely take a slow turn for Peter Parker to ground his character and show more of his struggle now that his identity is kept secret by everyone, including the Avengers. It was hinted that Spider-Man still works with the Avengers, but no one knows his secret identity, whereas Happy Hogan stated that he knew Aunt May through Spider-Man. Long story short, this symbiote that was left will play a huge role in MCU landscape and eventually led to their carnage or even God of the Symbiote storyline that we will hope for. Check out here for my other video discussion on Marvel here. Thank you guys and see you next time.